On today's video, we are back to Kingdom 150 for part 2 of dethroning the AFK King. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to the Gekko. We are zooming back into Kingdom 150. That is the target right there. Just like part 1 of this video, we can see the 300 Spartans is one side, K150 against #150. If you missed part 1 of this two-part war video series thing, whatever not, I'll leave a card up on the top so you guys can get there. Watch that first, and this is just a quick, overlook again at the two contenders in case you guys don't feel like going to that previous video and just want to see things from here on. It's a 3.1 versus a 2.1 billion power alliance. Lots of tier 5s on the other side. A small but still decent amount of tier 5 on the other side, holding for the throne, holding the lost temple with pretty much no problem, honestly. It is very tough to crack a central fortress, especially when it's as well positioned and when it has people as well positioned as there are in this situation. The battlefield fights have been going on for a little bit now. It's been just killing event going on in the background too. But now we have a second alliance ready to come in and help. That's right, K150. It's not gonna be a double rally, but there was a second alliance there in standby, ready to come help. I think they eventually will come and help with some solo hits, but they never really truly set up a rally and double rallied and all that stuff. So I wanted to show you guys that there was a potential up there, but it seems like it didn't happen as rally number 3. Third rally on this central fortress. The guy up top is still there. Gitana, I think her name is, or his name is, or whatever. The other #150 player right next to the central fortress is not even shielded, is there as well. Bunch of ground fights happening at the bottom, which we're gonna go try to kind of look at everything happening at the same time. There's a rally up top, and I know that the focus is it's kind of hard to keep the focus on everything, but the rally is just hitting and hitting and hitting. Remember, there is a Minamoto and a Yi Song-ye who is expertised as the arrows rain and fly. This time around, third time's the charm. No one from K150 got hurt and is getting hurt from the proccing of that the ability by Yi Song-ye. People fell back, with the exception, of the one March that is really insisting on taking unnecessary damage. Rally number 3 is an interesting rally, because quite honestly, you would think these guys would have given up at this point. You think these guys would have perhaps figured out, this situation is not ideal for us to take the fortress at this stage. But I do want to give a huge shout out to K150, to the Alliance K150, for persevering. Their tier 5 player who's leading this rally is very, very strong. He's an 80 million power player. He's a tier 5 player. He is just pushing for more and more and doing his best. And it's really, really hard. It's really hard to take a central fortress that is as well positioned with that many castles, even one castle. You guys are seeing resource marches, resource little donkey thingies walking towards the top guy right next to the central fortress, as he probably needs resources to heal, since he has been holding the door, hodering for like 3 rallies now. At this point, once again, blue marches are very, very, very close to the central fortress and taking massive damage. One of those reinforcements decided to walk them around a little bit to get them pretty close. 2 times now, full hits by that Yi Song-ye. Third time, full hits by that Yi Song-ye. That's 5 targets taking massive, massive damage. And even one of them being frowny faced off the battlefield. Now, if you ask me what should be done in this kind of situation, the answer is fall back. There's absolutely nothing you can do unless you are willing to literally tire out your opponent while taking severely big damages in terms of resources and deaths. Why? because that guy up top can still do his thing, but not for that long. And I'm assuming that as soon as he can't, someone will port to replace him. Once you start an attack like this, if you didn't have everything set up properly, it is very hard to come back from it, as the people who are playing against you are already alert to the situation. Now, what can be done in case you do want to tire out your opponent? The number one thing that you got to keep an eye on is empty spaces for ports. As of right now, there is 2 people who are very, very close to the central fortress who can reinforce it almost instantly. Those guys will eventually run out of troops, or run out of resources, or run out of speed ups. One of the 3. At that point, they will most likely attempt to port out to let someone else port in close. And this is where you can take back that zone. So if you ask me, one of the correct things to do, and I think is that it's something that they were doing, is to have a couple of marches as close as possible to those city halls, to those cities. Once they port out, you have a very, very little to walk and get that done. At this stage, it's almost like K150 are trying really, really hard, and their opposition kind of realized that all they gotta do is keep reinforcing the central fortress and getting free kills for the killing event. And it seems that even K150 themselves shifted a little bit. Look at the top guy pushing, taking troops out once again, and probably about to send more troops just like that back in. It's impossible to stop them unless you completely clean them out. One more set of reinforcements coming from the bottom, and this central fortress is all but it's staying there, period. It's staying there. These rallies just cannot move them out of the way. The report will show a bunch of very, very interesting things, which we're about to see very soon. But at this stage, I think that they need to shift the attention a little bit. At this point, all the attack is a one-sided attack. It's hitting that central fortress, so the opposition is focusing only on defending the central fortress. I believe that at some point K150 realized that, which is why they decided to spread around, start burning flags and things like that. You gotta understand that while you're fighting, you have to be in situations where you are diverting the attention of your enemy in some shape or form. When you're only attacking in one frontier, when the attention of your enemy is strictly on one place, then it's so much easier to defend than not. It's such easy thing that, look at the switch. You guys saw the switch? Someone who couldn't protect the central fortress dipped, and someone insta-ported in. That's exactly what I was talking about. They missed that small opportunity. It was super small of a gap, and I don't even think anyone could have fit in it, but they still missed that small opportunity to perhaps stop this guy from hitting now the rally from behind. That is, I think, one of their tier 5 players of hashtag 150's tier 5 players. I'm not entirely sure. All the frowny faces once again. 3rd rally destroyed. Let's go look at the report. And unfortunately for K150, it's not looking too good. Oh my goodness, 800,000 dead against the 274,000 deads. Ay, 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 ay. Look at all the tier 5s. That is painful. There's tier 2s in there. I don't get that. I'm over it. I'm just okay. But the tier 5s, man. All the tier 5s. Ugh. It makes me sick to my stomach just to think about how many resources went out the window to heal, let alone this is a 5.6 million troop rally that just couldn't do anything against this guy who kept coming in and out. And then once the other guy couldn't help him anymore, there was a swap in positions. Now, at this point, all that's left to do is now shift the attention somewhere else. But the problem is you cannot, again, have the attention only in one area, or else now your opposition will shift their attention just as well. This was about a 7-minute rally. And as you can see, this was the original target. As this guy is getting resourcing his friend and getting resources, you can see now the attention shifted to the bottom flags. Saint, the leader, sending out a rally on the flag, which insta-burns, sends the marches back home. Lots of battlefield combat going on here. 2 flags burning, which is they're right next to each other, so it's not that diverting. You can see right there, the other alliance I was mentioning, I think they are N150 or S150. I don't remember. I can't really read from here. They did some solo hits right there to kind of try to help out, but that was the extent of their involvement. Unfortunately, for K150, they lost the battle, they lost the war, they retreated, and the AFK king remained AFK through this whole thing. I hope you guys enjoyed the two-part series about Kingdom 150. I think this is where I'll stop it unless they keep going. As of right now, of the recording of this video, they backed off of the fighting. They did show a lot of presence around these flags and did try to get them to burn down to the ground. But even these two flags, unfortunately, for K150, remain standing strong. If you guys want me to cover any other wars in your kingdoms or any other kingdom, let me know in the Discord group down below. Come join us. Of course, smash the like on the video if you guys like this kind of content, and subscribe to the channel for more. I'm the Gekko. I'm out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Before we go though, one final shot of what should have been done from the get-go. That is right. You see that? Those are tons of Lohars on the battlefield blocking off the teleport area. That is what needed to happen in right next to that central fortress, but it's very hard to do that because of its positioning. Anyway, until the next time, I'll see you guys sooner rather than later. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, afternoon, weekend, year, whatever the hell time you guys are watching this video. And until the next time, take care. I'll see you soon. And of course, stay safe, stay happy, and yeah, peace.